guys, welcome to Red 50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. As you can see, right behind me is a 2024 Mustang GT with the performance pack, and this one has the active exhaust. In this video, we're going to be showing you all 4 different exhaust modes. We're going to do some revs, we're going to do some flybys, and you get the whole idea what the active exhaust sounds like. And from an S550 owner, I have to say it sounds pretty good. Alright, so this is what the car looks like from the rear end. You can tell it's an active exhaust car because it's got the quad exhaust tips. Ford kind of went back to doing a dual exhaust for the regular GT, but if you have the active exhaust, you're going to get these quad exhaust tips, which I think, in my opinion, just looks much better than having a dual exhaust. Especially for the S550, they already had it, so I don't know why Ford decided to go back. But that's also an easier way to be able to tell if you see a car out on the road, if it's an active exhaust car or not, because this time around, if you do have an active exhaust car, it's going to be 486 horsepower as opposed to 480 horsepower. So that's the way to tell. You've got quad exhaust tips right here. In my opinion, the rear end just looks amazing with those quad exhaust tips. And I've heard this car sound, and I have to say, for a stock exhaust in track mode, this thing's absolutely loud. So we're going to be going through all the different modes. We're going to do quiet, normal, sport, and track mode. We're going to give you some revs, we're going to do some flybys, and we're just going to test out how loud this Mustang gets. And I think I have to say, I had the active exhaust on my S550 too, and when it was stock, it wasn't as loud as this one. So Ford is doing something right to making this a lot louder than the S550 Mustangs with the active exhaust. Alright, so we are in the interior of the Mustang, and that's what the interior looks like. I've sat in one of the base Mustangs before as well, and I have to say the car looks amazing. The materials used, the screens and everything for base model, it's amazing. You get the same screens for the premium. The only difference is you get the connecting screen over here, or not even a screen, just a plastic tab. But this looks amazing. So anyways, let's take a look at the active exhaust. So you can access the active exhaust by pressing this pony button from here. And this is the mode, and you can see you've got quiet exhaust. So here you've got your quiet exhaust, normal exhaust, sport, and track. So when you start the car, it's going to start in normal mode. You could try to customize it for the quiet mode, but we're going to be testing out all 4 modes in when it's just idling. If the car's just sitting, we're just going to rev it, and we're also going to drive around here to show you the differences in all those modes. Alright, so let's take a look at the active exhaust mode. I'm going to go ahead and step outside, and we're going to do revs in all 4 modes: quiet, normal, sport, and track mode. But I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. I'm going to go ahead, get in the car, and we're going to just do some revs right now. We're going to also circle around this parking lot to get you an idea of how loud this car gets when it's under load. And, you know, I think you don't even need to do an aftermarket exhaust on it, because the current exhaust, at most, you might need a, resonator to lead, but you'll hear it for yourself. I don't know how much the camera's going to be able to capture, but this thing is loud. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the car started. That's the normal. That's the quiet right now. We're gonna get you some revs. That is loud. That is loud. Now we're normal. Stock exhaust, that is loud in track. We're gonna go ahead and drive a little bit and get you in all the 4 modes. Start with quiet. Can't wait to see what the track mode sounds like. this thing sounds amazing. I feel like if I got an S650 Mustang, I would not get an aftermarket exhaust. As you saw from those clips, that the stock exhaust on these S650 Mustang is just really loud. Now we're going to show you a trick with this key fob. So we've got a remote rev feature, which is going to be perfect for my cars and coffees goers. And that sounds like it's going to do, it has a two-step thing. Basically, you're going to start, the step one would be basically to rev it up to 2,000 as long as the car is warmed up, and you do it again, it revs to 5,000 RPM, and that just sounds absolutely nuts. You don't even need to be in your car. You do it, all of it, from your key fob. All right, so we're in the back of the car. All right, so first let's start the car up. Remote start it. Settle down. So this is the normal mode right now, and you click the unlock and the lock button once. That's up to 2,000 RPM, which has a really deep tone to it. And now we're gonna do it again, but this one. 5,000 RPM revs. There you go. There we go. One more. Especially with the pops and the two-step, this thing sounds amazing. All right, guys, so that's what the active exhaust sounds like on a 2024 Mustang GT, the S650 Mustang. And I have to say, I had the S550 Mustang GT with the active exhaust before I upgraded to the Corsa Extreme. This one sounds amazing. Like, for a stock car, it is very loud. I won't be surprised if it's like very comparable to the Corsa Extreme I have on my car. But honestly, if I picked up one of these S650 Mustang, I would not do an aftermarket exhaust mod. I would just leave it as is. Maybe a resonator delete. These are plenty loud. And having that remote rev feature just seals the deal. You go into Cars and Coffee, start your car, go ahead and remote rev it. It's gonna be one of the coolest things you can do at a Cars and Coffee. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's video on the active exhaust on the 2024 Mustang. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Comment below what do you think about how loud this exhaust is. And of course, subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.